Very easy setup, guys. That's the main piece. So we have a rigid door here. It folds in on itself, fans out. And all we have to do to activate that, flip it over, pop it like that. And we have our door, which is going to Velcro on to the outside of the tent. This is going to come down just like an umbrella. Easy peasy. Just like an umbrella, you just got to pop it up. So all we're going to do is we're going to push this up into there, and that's going to prop it up. Super easy. That's what I love about this tent. Hooks that they give you, they're really heavy duty. So we have a few different kinds. So these are the hooked ones here that are threaded. And so these are really, really heavy duty screws. Yeah, this is a sweet ass tent. The door attach inside here, and there's a double-sided loop system. So you're gonna put the hook right in between it. Now we have a door. This in itself is gonna be the selling point for a lot of people, because if you know getting inside and out of a tent is kind of a hassle, especially in the winter time when you gotta go at night. This, all you gotta do is open the door. Now, as you can see, you can just shut it like that, which will be fine to keep in a significant amount of heat. But if you wanna get in there for the night or just get in there to have a meal, you just gotta tuck it inside this flap here, just like so. Tuck it in, and you're nice and sealed in there. This is the fly, so this is your rain protection. This is a fabric called Oxford 300 denier fabric. And what that means is that it's primarily water resistant. It's a very, very durable material. It's tear resistant. So if you initiate a cut in here, it's not gonna continue. So it's got ripstop and just really, really tough and waterproof. And then on the inside, you have a finer mesh. You have this, which is like a camo see-through mesh. And then you also have another layer here. So you just got layers upon layers. As you can see in here, there's a built-in floor that comes with this tent. Now it zips up along the bottom here. You probably can't see it on the camera, but there is a zipper attachment all along the bottom. So I could take this entire floor out if I wanted to have exposure to the ground, or I could unzip half of it if I was doing some ice fishing and I wanted access to my fishing hole. You can also get a separate insulated floor for this tent, which is a lot thicker, and it provides you that insulation so you're not losing heat from the ground due to conduction. With that insulated floor, there is also ports that you can open so that you can have access to your fishing hole. So those are really built with fishermen in mind. So this pole here is just for the purpose of helping you get the tent set up. You can actually remove it, which is what we're gonna do right now. This is just a stopper, so we're gonna screw that in up here. And you can see that I can stand up fully in this tent. So as you can see, we got windows, several windows. So we got some hooks all around the top here. And these are fairly strong hooks. We're gonna hook the bug out roll up here. We also have storage up top, so you can put your socks. Because the heat's gonna rise to the top, this is gonna be good for drying out your stuff. We also have these Velcro attachment points, and they provide you with a series of different pockets. So this is just another vent for airflow, and it's also got a mosquito mesh covering over it. That's just to prevent condensation buildup, because condensation will be a factor in a tent like this, unfortunately. We also have a silicone protector. So this is flame retardant, and it's also heat resistant. So you can have a wood stove pipe resting up against this, going directly up into here, which is what we're gonna have in a minute. And that's going to just keep it from melting the tent. Now, normally wood stove tents only have a stove jack. They don't have this protective cover right here. So once again, Russian Bear really does think about everything. There's a silicone flap, so if you're not using this and you don't want to be losing heat to the outside, then you can roll this back down and it's going to Velcro right onto there. We have these kickstand vents, so it just works like that. We also have guy out points on pretty much every angle on every rib of the design. So if we wanted to, we could attach a line to these and expand the tent, give it a bit more girth. I got two of them set up right now, And they basically have those guide points all around. Now, as you can see, we have this nice skirt all around here. So what we're gonna do ultimately is we're going to put snow around this tent, and that's just gonna provide a little bit more insulation. And it's also going to keep the wind from coming in. You see the stove jack here? There was that inner flap on the inside, so you can close it from the inside. You can also close it from the outside. Now, a neat feature for this stove jack is that there's actually a metal piece which is embedded into the silicone. So that is very unique. This is something you would only see on a very, very high quality tent. This tent is just way, way overbuilt. Like, it's incredible what they've done. There is a reflective material here. So at night, if you have a headlamp on or something, you're gonna be able to see where the guy out points are. So this is that amazing attention to detail with Russian Bear. They give you this silicone floor mat. Now, we actually sell these at CanadianPreparedness.com, but they're for Winterwell wood stoves. But they just provide you with this. So we're just gonna put that under there like that. And that's gonna ensure that we don't burn our tent. This is perfect. So we got all our gear in here, our fire starting equipment. You can see. So what we're gonna try to do, I think we should be able to hook it up on these loops here. All right, so yeah, we got our little, like, you know, organizer going on there. So what we need is to get a fire going. Fire is life. Another great use for snow is insulation. So if you have a tent like this and you want to add a bit more heat retention to it, all you have to do is toss a little bit of snow exterior. This tent is neat because it has that skirt there, which is going to allow you to do that. So all we're going to do, we're just going to cover it up. That's going to prevent wind, and that's also going to add a little bit more heat retention. So guys, it is toasty warm in here. It is very, very hot. I will say that I'm extremely impressed with this tent.